Kips clip.
Tonight at 11.
Doom! It's a plan! And I'm angry! I'm not a slave! I've broken the conditioning! It doesn't work on me! I'm primitive, I'm real, I know the enemy, and if we can have this spirit of normal humanity spread, it's over for the globalist! Break the conditioning now! Excuse me.
This is not the InfoWars Nightly News, where the answer to 1984 is not $19.95 plus shipping and handling, but the answer is to try and understand the double-barrel bullcrap, the doublespeak, and the Orwellian wonderland we now find ourselves in. So sit back and relax as I take you through a real alternative look at the news and so-called alternative media alike. Enjoy.
Kips clips.
Alrighty, YouTube's another one of Kips clips. And welcome to this week's Not Prepared for the Start of the Show. Welcome to this week's Not the InfoWars Nightly News, the original alternative look at the so-called alternative media. Skeptical about the skeptics and watch the motherfucking Watchmen, because somebody's got to do it. So welcome to the island of independence known as Estonia, where war is over. Read the small print. Estonia, 3 years old. And if you want to see how I came at Island of Independence and the founding father of Estonia, check out my playlist. For us, not them, and my real declaration of independence. Anyway, welcome one and all. So it is an alternative look at the alternative media and mainstream media alike, as the intro says. So, welcome one and all. So, talk about the gaslighting of Brian Harvey. If that dude has anything on anybody with any influence out there, and they didn't, all they did was want to like kinda drive him mad, so he'd never really get taken serious and stuff. It seems this was the kind of process you would go down. You would gaslight him by YouTube. And guy needs to start thinking clear and concise and focus on getting his shit together instead of externalising everything on one big live stream on YouTube, when, in my humble opinion, he still looks in the mentally vulnerable side of things. and the forum of YouTube and social media alike is not a good place, a healthy place for people who are mentally vulnerable, let's say. People know that and understand that, but there's sadistic people out there that will just poke motherfuckers with a stick for sadistic pleasure. I know when you're sitting there singing Kumbaya and stuff, it's hard to believe, but there really is. So we're touching on the gaslighting of Brian Harvey and some of the characters and stuff on that, and then we can't escape it, the Alex Jones AJ YouTube Purge. And if you genuinely try and, even if you're in the cult, try and come out the cult of Alex Jones and the Truth Industrial Complex for 5-10 minutes and think about this objectively. Should a bakery have the right to bake a gay cake or not? Now, I think people should have the right to do business with whoever they want. At their discretion, for whatever rhyme or reason they want. If it's done very amicably, they can decide who they do and do not want to do business with. Private companies should operate like that. Governments running something publicly, but as like as a public service, should be a different story. You know, like you shouldn't be able to have your gas cut off because you support SNP, but You shouldn't be able, or because you're a stinky Celtic fan. But so even stinky Celtic fans should have gas. But Rangers fans should have the right to gather somewhere where there's no stinky Celtic fans and talk about them and stuff. It's this very crazy distinction between private and public. Now, when a private company... Oh, well, in fact, we'll go into this later on. In fact, I've got a clip that covers this, and it gets a few things straight in people's heads. But the hypocrisies of these people, when now they're standing up and going... And how the tides change, it's crazy the dimension they slip into. So... This is ridiculous that the government is interfering with a private business and making them bake gay cakes. Ridiculous! This is tyranny, I tell you. Rah! And now they're sitting there wanting the government, because they've got their man in the government. Remember, Donald Trump is Alex Jones's best pal. So they basically want corporate fascism. They want the government to come to Facebook and go, you shall do, and be regulated by the governmental. Anybody realise that's what Alex Jones and all his Truth Industrial Complex, useful idiots, just on the bandwagon money makers, are asking for? Treated like a public utility. And they can't separate in their bizarre Alex Jones fucking fogged mindset. They cannot separate social media from the internet. They keep going, Facebook and Google have made themselves into a monopoly. They're like a public square. No, like private companies that'll fucking... had the best milkshake. Their milkshake brings all the boys to the yard and they're like, I'm bigger than yours. Well, Google and Facebook bought every cunt up, didn't they? Remember Facebook? We used to have Bebo in this country. I remember the days of Bebo. Then fuck Facebook came along and like, oh shit, I've been cunts using Bebo instead of Facebag. I know, we'll buy it. And you had no Bebo and everybody went to Facebag. They were the days. So, like, not that I'm a fan of Facebag or anything, but it's not life or death. It's not a public utility. You are not going to die if you get fucking kicked off the Facebag. Alex Jones, the Shill channel, I think he done a clip. He was saying about, he was pointing out Alex Jones's terms and conditions on InfoWars and all his websites, and the fact that he moderates, kicks off, boots, blocks many people over the times from his Twitter, Facebook, etc, etc, etc. Not to mention that he's got his wife, his ex-wife, with a gagging order. Every employee that's ever worked there is under a non-disclosure fucking order as well. This guy's a fraud. And then, oh, freedom of speech, freedom of speech, freedom of speech. Hold on, mate, you're telling me you've been kicked off the internet via the fucking internet. Anyway, I digress. So we're talking about fucking Alex Jones and that bullcrap. Now, things are going to get a bit crazy for a second. Hey. Bear with me. So, Brian Harvey, victims of the tick. People that follow this show weekly will be aware of one of these particular victims of the Truth Industrial Complex, man. And this is the guy whose conspiracies are now bleeding into Brian Harvey's paranoia, and it's one just big massive fuckfest. You know, where Brian Harvey's there trying to fucking figure out a fucking unsolvable riddle that, what does this crazy fucking nutbar mean? Where is he going with this? Like, taking it serious? See, when a crazy windy licker comes up and fucking make accusations or whatever, don't sit there and fucking humour them. But anyway, Brian Harvey's getting well and truly gaslit with all the counter-conspiracies and the conspiracies of the conspiracies of the conspiracies. And that's just, it's the way of the world on the fucking, on the social nets, isn't it? So we'll be talking about that. Then we'll be talking about Melanie Shaw. just some alternative information that the UK column don't allow you privy to, which it probably won't answer any questions, but it will show you that things are not the way the UK column are painting you. That Melanie Shaw was skipping down the fucking street one day, fucking riding her unicorn, and fucking she was eating rainbows, and she was eating Skittles, I mean. She was throwing out rainbows for your arms and her fucking to wee girls and boys and making them happy. Like, you're beautiful, man. It was, you should have seen this sight, Melanie Shaw walking down the street, and then the cops just walked up, boop, over the head, dragged her away, locked her up, and then they've just kept her locked up for no reason at all. Because that's what Brian Gerrish keeps telling you. So we'll look at the opposite side of the coin. And remember that this poor girl is a victim of Machiavellian motherfucking manipulators out there chewing her up and spitting her out. It's disgusting, man. It's almost as disgusting. So it's pretty much up there, actually. It's on par with that wee kid that washed, the dead baby that washed up on the beach, and how staged that ended up to being. It was a Syrian or baby or a refugee or some shit. It's disgusting as that. Anyway, I digress. Then CC, creationist cat, which is the Alex Jones of the left. Pretty much. Alex Jones of the left. But the left, being the big poofy bastards that they are, aren't as extreme as the right. It's just the way the world works. So you get Alex Jones on the right, and then you get Creationist Cat on the left. But anyway, there's an interesting interview in this with Alex Jones's ex-wife, where she touches on a few talking points about freedom of speech with regards to Alex Jones and the YouTube purge. It's a public square. It's a fucking public limited company, you fucking ball bag. Buy some shares, make money, lose money, shut the fuck up. Adhere to the terms and conditions. Don't fucking piss off the people who own the website, and they might allow you to stay on there. They should have the right, the freedoms, to fucking kick off ball bags off their platform. Fat Man Jones makes Facebook look bad. Fat Man Jones makes YouTube look bad. These organisations want to look good to sell ad revenue. Simples. Got it? Get it? Got it? Good. Anyway, Mike Silvero, this guy's unfucking believable, man. If he's not just telling you to blindly go and vote Republican, fuck it. Just vote Republican. Anybody, just vote red. Pretty much verbatim he said. He's just constantly talking about how bad it is in Sweden. Schmergenbergen, Hergen, Gergen, Bergen, Gergen. It's crazy. So we'll talk about him. Steve Pieczenik, vote red. You know, it's very telling at times of elections in countries, because all this independent media, you can see them, you can see their party political broadcasts. The last general election in the UK, I called the UK column out for it. You could see them literally telling their followers what way to go and vote. And then Mike Rivero doing it, Steve Pieczenik doing it. You know Steve Pieczenik and Alex Jones are ball deep. Assange, anybody remember Assange? But remember, he's just a truth teller, motherfuckers. Just a truth teller. The Sweden agenda, who's talking about that? Is it because I am black? What's her name? Jonea. Some foreign muck name. Parliament attack. We need to touch on the conspiracies coming out in that already. Because like there's people out there that just play and toy with folk out there for all forms of agendas. Anyway, and what else? We've got Pigeon Tits of the USA, Steve Hexahammer 666. This is an American telling me what's going on in Scotland very convincingly. And it's mental. I don't really... these were some of the first alarm bells going off, though, about some people. You're sitting there listening to... to like Mike Rivero, for example. and he starts talking about British or Scottish politics. And you're like, oh, hold on, this doesn't sound, no, you've got that complete, no. And then you realise the guy's just sitting there fucking reading off a fucking screen of an alt-right website, approved fucking talking points, and that's all he's doing. Anyway, I digress. I'll say hi to everybody in the chat room. And then, oh, that's not the one I'm looking for. And then I will get into it. HK in the evening. HK, how you doing, my man? Rebel against the puppet show, fighting for justice. In the evening, there's a Flow Destroyer as well. Rebel against the puppet show in the evening, gents. A brick in the wall films. HK, oh my god, what the fuck? There's a Mahatma. How you doing, Mahatma? Manos. Flo, Paula B, Lopsum, The Real UK, Alex, Scottish Ross, Devon, Paula B, a Lazy Jesus in the morning, Devon, Blazing Stars, how you doing, my man? Looking forward to our karaoke. And Tinfoil, how you doing, my man? Tinfoil Tiara, how you doing, buddy? Rick was in earlier as well, and the E-Word was in earlier. How you doing, the E-Word? Nice to see you in. Hopefully you will enjoy the show. So in the evening, one and all. Vladimir, how you doing, my man? Karasanger, how you doing? Flow Destroyer, Paula Bleeze. And Paula B, even in the evening, one and all. Thank you so much for joining. So let's get on with the bullcrap.
And I'm not bragging. It's just that I didn't believe in Santa Claus at 2.5, and nobody had to tell me. I'm not bragging here, but not everybody's family founded Texas. Again, I'm not bragging to say that things I've coined become popular parlance. I'm not bragging, but aren't those some big pecs? I'm not bragging when Jeff Bridges calls me. I knew Vladimir Putin listened on a routine basis. That's not bragging. I'm not bragging. I really have read thousands of books. I know what I'm talking about. I'm not some pseudo-intellectual here. I'm not bragging, and I'm not bragging. I mean, it's a fact, folks. I can think 50 levels up, okay? And I'm not bragging saying I'm Mr. Cool. The only reason I've always been the coolest guy around. When I was 12, and I'm not bragging, this is a normal behavior, I was going after women. I mean, I'm not bragging, but I was 14 dating college chicks. I'm not bragging. I can't help it. I start just saying, here's
14 stone.
$50 bills. You ladies all have whatever you want. This is big mojo, okay? I mean, I'm not bragging. I just want you to get the newsflash here. I am the person that popularized the term false flag. The truth is, I'm extremely vicious. Yeah, I'm not bragging. A lot of men are like that, but I mean, I'm crazy. I mean, it's, I got tricks 1,000 times more vicious. The problem is I don't want to release this stuff on the earth, and I'm not bragging. I'm like a gorilla. I'm not bragging. I mean, it's like a war machine if I get in a fight. I'm not bragging. I'm not bragging, but I would literally have just absolutely devastated all those people in about 10 seconds. If I was to hit somebody 20 times, they'd probably die. I can punch pretty hard, not bragging. I'm not bragging. I'm just an average guy. But I got in fights in high school. Punch me, I punch you back. And then I slam your head in the concrete. I'm not bragging, but I come from super Texas, hillbilly, you name it. Basically killers. I'm very proud.
Alex Jones is not bragging, okay? And he's not bragging. There's InfoWars. It's getting censored and all that. Oh, God. InfoWars is under attack. Please visit our other channels now. God almighty. This is a live update. Oh, thank fuck. What the fuck was that? Lesbian fight? Don't know. So this is a live update. Alex Jones. Look, he's right. He's right. Google and YouTube are completely censoring him. Right, so his website, hold on, still seems to appear. Why am I not getting on his website? It still appears to be there. Right, hold on, this is going to require, as they would say in YouTube land, some investigative journalism or some research. In reality, what you're going to do is like click a couple of links and read some shit, you know what I mean? It's hardly like fucking in-depth fucking sitting down for hours, trolling through different books and cross-referencing them. Few clicks, we should get there, don't worry. But here, it's my research. Right, News Wars! Right, so this is, again, they're getting shut down everywhere. Yeah, we're looking at their website live and all their links are working and stuff. But shh, don't tell anybody, the Illuminati. just one website at a time. The main one is down. So, main one's down. Where are we going here? InfoWars site goes down amid big tech censorship. God, it must be real. Look at it. Oh, it's been big green writing.
There is an attack on our birthright of free speech. They are taking people's speech across the board. All nationalists, all conservatives are being shadow banned and dialed down to nothing.
Yeah, I'm telling you from the internet that I'm getting took off the internet. No, people are calling you out for being a wanker and kicking you out their companies, out their service, out their shop. Do not pass go. Do not collect. Fuck all, fat man. Cheerio. See you on the way out. But anyway, he does come round to admit what's happening.
Now they're going to total deplatforming with the Chinese communist social score system coming here. Apple and Google have moved to China. They are admittedly implementing it here with the Democrats. Senator Warner, Senator Murphy are admitting they're coming in
with
the EU-style censorship and working with China. This is treason. This is outrageous. And we're so used to freedom, we don't know what we're dealing with. We don't know how to respond to this. This is violating campaign finance law for the Democrats. It is manipulating the election. This is real. This is happening, and InfoWars.com is down. We have NewsWars.com. We have PrisonPlanet.com. We have InfoWarsStore.com, so you can support us. You can still get the apps for now.
Yeah, we still got apps. We're the most popular app in the world ever. You know, we're the top 5, but when you look at it real and look at the numbers through Alex Jones' eyeballs, it's #1, baby. For what we do in our demographics and in our fucking status symbols. Yeah, #1, baby. Yeah, we're #1, but at the same time, we're getting switched off. We're the biggest thing on the internet. Well, we're not on the internet. You get it? Got it? Good. Move on. Just blindly accept it. We are the resistance, while our man sits in the White House. Yes, it's bizarro fucking krypton factor schizophrenic shit in your mind. Don't question it. Got it, get it, got it, good.
CNN's lobbying to have those taken down, along with the criminal New York Times owned by a foreign corrupt kingpin. This is like a sick nightmare. But this is how America falls if we don't wake up and take action. I'm Alex Jones, and I won't back down. I won't give in to these tyrants, and I'm counting on you to do the same. But now's the time to raise the alarm against this takeover.
What do you think about 5 years' time? He'll genuinely, like, his beard will just be fucking big mangled, and he'll be sitting in a fucking street corner in Texas somewhere going, I used to be a star one day. Censored. They're shutting us down. We're flung off the internet. If you're receiving this on the internet, remember, go to all my internet stores stuff and give us money. Yeah, because if you don't give us money via the internet, they're going to continue. Sure, they're going to kick us off the internet even more.
And DDoS attack and sabotage our servers and have people within major companies bring us down. Time to raise the alarm against this take. I'm Alex Jones, and I won't back down. I won't give in to these tyrants, and I'm counting against this takeover. They have been trying to hack and DDoS attack and sabotage our servers and have people within major companies bring us down since the head of the Chinese slave factory censorship combine, the head of Apple, Mr. Cook, Mr. Zuckerberg, and the heads of Google and Alphabet decided to
Right, so basically what's happening is he's getting DDoS attacked. Illuminati! They're using the same shit as all the fucking kids in their basements, DDoSing banks and shit. So the InfoWars website is getting DDoSed. Once they sort that out, it'll be back up and running. And this is a lot of theatre and shit for the midterms. This is all interconnected with the political goings on in America and the ballot box, and what's going on in the ballot box in Sweden, and what's going on politically in a lot of countries in the Western world as the political landscape changes. So that is the update from Alex Jones as he spins being censored or being kicked off the internet, an attack on his freedom of speech, when nothing of the sort has happened. All that's happened has been that private entities have stopped doing business with Fat Man Jones. And I think I'm going to Brian Harvey in a wee second, right? So let's go for the freedom of speech for Alex Jones.
Alright to you.
Now, what a difference 6 years makes. This was 2012. I think it was the first clip I made on this channel after my old channel had been shut down. As you can clearly see in front of you, for multiple copyright infringements, which no doubt I done because back then I didn't fully understand how copyright worked. But back then, I thought, because I was saying Rothschild, Federal Reserve and Bilderberg, I thought the Illuminati was out there censoring me, and I was like, that's going to happen.
YouTube, another one of Kips. Well, now it's Kip 18.
This was the real final straw in freedom of speech.
83 clips.
You need to donate to me to protect me 6 years ago from this fucking censorship of my freedom of speech. Yeah, I just started up a new channel and just started fucking doing like a Fat Man Jones could do tomorrow.
As you can see from the screen, it's happened. I've shut down my channel. So, gutted. Absolutely gutted, man.
What an amazing ability to look back on a mirror image, not only just of what you looked like. By all accounts, I look fucking more fucking ill there than I do nowadays, man. 6 years ago that was. I look healthier now than I do back then. Probably just the lighting and all that, and I've got a better camera now so you can see how smooth, silky my skin is. But just your demeanour, your thought patterns, fucking what's going through your nuts, an amazing ability to be able to do that. And see how different you are. Now, some would have rather me stayed that fucking they're coming to get us fucking state of paranoia just to make them feel better. But thank fuck I didn't.
So, don't know what to say. From 850 odd subscribers down to 59. So take me a
look at the old YouTube. Remember the old YouTube? You could have your own fucking flat. Oh, wow. Bring back the old YouTube. It's well better in the olden days. I used to get my Hovis.
Not named them properly, so they're just there with dates. So I don't know whether I'll repost them or what. I don't know what I'll do. But anyway, I just thought I'd put this up. So,
man, how can one man get so attached to a fucking digital website? See Alex Jones, the way he's getting his panties in the twist. Granted, he's a wee bit different, 800 subs, and then to his 2 million. But the psychological process is the same, and I feel like a right dick for ever having that much emotional attachment to a fucking YouTube channel that if they take it away, which they can do at any point, everybody's aware of that. YouTube could blow up tomorrow. Their servers could go down and never to come back up. And I would actually feel emotionally drained. That would harm me emotionally. Fuck that shit. Fuck that. That should be a lesson to everybody that's got that. And I'm still fucking having to drag myself out the emotional attachment. But nobody should ever have that much emotional attachment, man.
I don't know, anybody you know that was watching my channel and stuff, let them know about
the end of the world, does I know it?
See definitely. If we can get it back up to 876 subscribers. Gutted. And
don't worry, wee man, you'll do better than that. You'll get up to over 15,000 subs. If only I knew then what I know now.
I don't get
Ain't life great?
anything more than this. They don't even allow me to see who's gave me the third strike, but
probably the multitude of fucking cunt stuff I was copying and sticking up. Could have been Rock Lake, could have been fucking BBC, could have been some of the hundreds of shit, man. Yeah, no idea of fucking the copyright shit. Fucking throw it up and see what happens.
With the stuff I was putting up lately, I knew they were coming after me, so...
Yep, the Illuminati was definitely coming after me. You're right.
It's happened.
Wasn't just the copyright laws at all.
So... I just thought I'd stick this up as my first video, so thumbs it up if you're glad I brought the information to your attention. So,
thumbs it down if you fucking hell, cheer up, man. It's a fucking stupid YouTube fucking blah. But anyway, man, what a good fucking... See the ability to do that really is like a wee time capsule. Oh man, if I lose this, fuck, if I do lose that, I'll no longer have my time capsule. Ah, fuck it. But it's beautiful to be able to do that. Anyway, so I was the original. You know what? People got their YouTube channels deleted before that as well.
This is my message to Jack Dorsey, and it's also my message to all the people that are attacking him right now. First off, I saw a Huffington Post article this morning saying, Jack, don't die on this hill. And then I read the tweets where, Jack, you're responsible for Alex Jones doxing Sandy Hook families. I never doxed Sandy Hook families. I've been apologizing for years.
I'm not just saying this, but I think there was some fireworks came from fucking Ibrox there. Aye, fucking is. Green fireworks coming from over in Ibrox direction.
For how things were taken out of context.
Rangers are going to win the league this season, easy.
And it was my apologies and everything that got the media into this whole attack mode to then sit there and poke the families until they sued me. And no mainstream media will ever publish all of my apologies or any of it. It is just wild. And then when Megyn Kelly came to town a year and a half ago, she edited everything I said when I apologized to everybody and then edited it to where I was attacking people. And that's all going to come out. So first off, they're trying to deplatform me everywhere. And a huge concerted, admitted...
Deplatform you? People are kicking you out of companies and don't want to do business with you, fat man. You're becoming a pariah because no cunt likes you anymore.
Purge, like something out of communist China, publicly, lying about what I've said and I've done. And now they're doing it to you. If you go read that Huffington Post article with the tweets in it, they're going, listen here, Dorsey, it's your fault now. You're hurting the families. I mean, there's no end to this purge, and I think you understand that. Look, I know I've been shadow banned. I know your moderators have dialed me back. Whatever. What's happening, though, is they've now taken our platform away. Discus we've had for 5-6 years for comments. They've taken MailChimp away from me. They've taken my name off LinkedIn. I am being unpersoned, like out of 1984. I am literally being disappeared. And look...
But when you're getting unpersoned in 1984, that's the government doing that to you on official records and shit. See, right now, it's just private fucking companies going... See my server? With all that shite on it for that fat man Jones? Throw it out the window.
I've got a big enough listenership and following where it's going to hurt me, but it's going to hurt little people really freaking bad. And you've got Google, who is the big problem in my view, openly working with China for a censorship search engine. It came out in The Intercept last week, and for censorship here. It's already happening. Since the campaign, it's 100 times worse, as you know. And so when all of these big tech companies decided to do this, first giving me strikes for things I didn't say and didn't do, leaving it all nebulous, that I bullied trans people and bullied a kid, none of it was true, and that I was Islamophobic, none of that.
You're definitely Islamophobic. Bullying a kid, well, you were like glorifying that fucking man slamming a wee kid to the floor. I mean, and you're tranny bashing? I can't remember, but I think you were bashing trannies. Probably with your dick.
That was true. They didn't show anywhere in the news what I said and what I did. I don't know if you're sincere in defending free speech now. All I know is the mere fact that you're saying that you're standing up for it is a good thing, and you're being attacked. So I'm glad that you've doubled down, at least for now. But here's what we have. We have a high-tech lynch mob involved in really cyber warfare and stalking warfare, trying to have him removed off the web. Right now, they're going to all our server companies and found...
Social media is not the internet, you fat, brainless fuck. Now, I don't know what else you can expect for these scared old crusty men when they sit round and speak to Alexa as if it's a sentient being and going, oh, listen to the answers Alexa's giving us. The AI! He's like a modern version of fucking Quasimodo, but it's not the bells, it's the AI! It's the AI! Close to a joke.
Like fake reports that we're putting out child porn and that we are putting out gambling and dark web crap. There's zero of that. So, congratulations, folks. You've crippled InfoWars, you've crippled News Wars, and you're doing all of this, but it's all going to bite you guys in the butt that are doing this. I mean, this is crazy. Congress is paying attention.
We're winning! Some crazy pep talk shit, man. You know, like fucking, remember Chemical Ali? The Iraqi guy, the bullets, holes in his head and all that. He's standing there like, the Americans are dying at the gates of Baghdad.
And waking up to all the censorship. You guys have really pushed too far. You're trying to influence the election. You're giving donations in kind to the...
You're trying to influence the election? They're counteracting your fucking political propaganda, fat man.
Democrats by blocking people like myself and others. The Democrats are now calling for Breitbart to be delisted and deplatformed, and for Fox News. You've got the Democrat senator...
Deplatformed. Oh, you've been deplatformed. Well, whose platform was it? Mr. X's platform. What were you saying on the platform? Mr. X was a pedo fucking goblin lizard shape-shifting ass muncher. Well, are you surprised Mr. X asked you to get off his platform? Because all you're doing is going on at his platform and talking unsubstantiated shite about him. And not only you're saying he's a demon, he's bad, he's got no morals, he's anti-censorship, he eats babies. And then you're acting all shocked and horror like, oh, Mr. X, the rapist, baby eater, demon goblin, he's kicking me off this platform. Oh, so he's not eating you, he's not killing you, he's not put a bullet in your head, he's not eating your babies, he's not raping your wife, he's kicking you off his website. Wow, Mr. X is really is as bad as you made him out to be, Alex.
Coming out and saying...
God, that is his fucking I'm doing a shit face in it. He really is. He's almost getting like a mental patient. Like, soon he'll be just rocking back and forward all day long. Yeah, back in my day, I used to be big on that internet. 10 years ago, you baby Google me and find me. Now... You can only find me on not the InfoWars Nightly News.
InfoWars is the rotting tip of the iceberg and get rid of all the conservative media. I'm a libertarian. I got arrested.
I'm a libertarian. You're a fat homeless joker, man. It's so funny. You're a fucking social chameleon, you fat prick.
Twice by George W. Bush protesting him. None of that's true. I'm a libertarian. I'm an anti-war guy. That's why I like Trump.
Anti-war guy? You've been talking about nuking China and North Korea and we have to do it and all forms of shite.
But regardless, the economy's coming back, the country's coming back. A lot of really, really exciting things are happening. And I am just very, 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 very honored.
God, that is enough of that brain drain shit.
Sometimes he's very perceptive. Sometimes he uses hyperbole, engages in logical leaps. I think he does it on purpose to show where we could be headed on some trends, the slippery slope. He's a dissident. That's what dissidents do. They dissent, they warn, they raise the alarm. They're not always right. They can't always be right. But I think we need people like them. On the right and on the left, I think. But
fuzzy bear, waka, waka, waka.
Only dissidents on the right are ever banned. A left-wing counterpart to InfoWars called the Young Turks is full of conspiracy theory touting kooks on the left, full of profanity and obscenity. Great, no problem. The more debate, the merrier. Don't like it, don't watch it. But
right, so let me get this straight, right? The media is a left mafia. All the social platforms are left-leaning. So the right wing is now standing up and acting all shocked that the left wing is kicking them off of their platforms. That's it. Right. YouTube is on the left. YouTube and Google are on the left of fucking politics. Facebook, the left of politics. They have rights as companies and publishers of information to dictate what information they do and do not publish. I mean, nobody's suggesting that out of the fucking pursuit of freedom of speech, somebody should walk onto fucking YouTube, Google and YouTube and be allowed to put fucking porn, murder, fucking pedo shit on out the bastion of freedom of speech. Google, Facebook reserve the right to publish what they want. Simple as.
They're not deleted by all the tech companies all on the same day. Imagine that. Apple,
Gee golly gosh!
Facebook,
Fucking Fuzzy Bear. I just can't understand why all the left-wing social media didn't kick off the left-wing
Alex Jones said it
sites.
would happen, and it did happen, so it's not a conspiracy theory, is it?
What I think should happen is, I think Alex Jones I think BitChute should start putting the Young Turks at the top of their search results.
It's a conspiracy fact. What's worse is that this ban was egged on by the media party, by the establishment media who want to silence him, I don't know, for business competitive reasons, for sure, but also for ideological conformity reasons, as in they hate that someone else is breaking their business cartel, their grip on viewers, but they also hate that someone is breaking their ideas cartel. Someone is talking about things that they don't want talked about. Look at this tweet from a CNN reporter just a few weeks ago. This is CNN's Oliver Dorsey. Facebook invited me to an event today where the company aimed to tout its commitment to fighting fake news and misinformation. I asked them why InfoWars is still allowed on the platform. I didn't get a good answer. That's one of dozens of tweets that he did demanding that his conservative rivals be censored, and Facebook did. They listened to him. CNN whines about Donald Trump being really mean to the media, but Donald Trump has not called for CNN to be banned or shut down. He mocks them. That's his free speech. CNN calls for InfoWars to be shut down, and it happened, and they're gleeful.
There's a difference between shutting somebody down and kicking them off of somebody's private platform. Facebook platform run by left-wingist people on the left side of politics, and you're surprised that they're kicking off people that are on the extreme right of politics and by their own accord helped Donald Trump get elected. So anyway, you'll see all the usual players jumping.
We have more on the whole Alex Jones being banned situation. It's pretty funny to watch, you know, Republicans flipped over when it comes to private businesses. This sort of a thing I talked about when PragerU filed their lawsuit against YouTube and lost. Number one, they were claiming that there was some political motivation, which is false, because pretty much all left-wing channels get demonetized just like his did. And a private business can do what they want, so you shouldn't have the government say, remonetize them, but it should be, we need to pressure YouTube as, you know, people to be like, yo, monetize that shit because it's wrong. But anyways, you guys may know this host on InfoWars. Her name's Millie Weaver. I don't know too much about her, to be honest with you. She seems indistinguishable from, you know, all the other
Pits
you know,
and Fanny
girl hosts on there. Just these sort of people who don't know jack shit. They're complete imbeciles. There's some girl named Ashton Birdie. She was the girl who went up to, asked, you know, why are you a socialist? And she was like, oh, in Venezuela, they're eating rats. So, not too
True.
bright of people over at InfoWars.
Rats
not
on
too bright at all.
sticks.
So here's something really
Cooked over
hilarious, because of course
barrel fires.
the idea is that these companies are private businesses, and so they're not subject to First Amendment regulations. Here's the funniest thing. Here's what Millie Weaver sent out on Twitter. This is quite possibly one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my entire life. So she sent out saying, "Dear libtards who think Facebook is a privately owned business, there's a thing called fact-checking. Facebook is a public business that's publicly traded. using that argument to justify banning Alex Jones doesn't work. And now there's, you know, Wikipedia thing. It says type of business and it says public. Now this is a really, really dumb fucking statement. Because when it says public, what does that mean? It doesn't mean it's governmentally owned, or that it's a governmental entity, or that it's a branch of the government. This is not some, you know, it's not public universities who get their funding from the government. No, it's none of that shit. None of that. You know what it is? It's publicly traded, and the business is owned privately by its shareholders. That doesn't mean that somebody who doesn't own a share is somehow has a part in the business. That's not how that shit works. And this is hilarious because she has no clue. She doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. She doesn't know anything. She doesn't know what, like, at all. Here's the funniest part, by the way. She doubled down on this. She says, apparently, progressives, in quotation marks, can't read. I simply pointed out that cliche argument that Facebook can censor Alex Jones because they're a privately owned business doesn't work. Why? Because it's a factually incorrect. Bad grammar, too. Facebook is a public business. It's not public in the sense that it is bound by First Amendment regulations of free speech. It's not a governmental entity.
It's funny when you hear people arguing like pure retarded things about certain words and what they do and don't mean. And that's just an example that comes out from the InfoWars crew.
They'd let Mueller rape kids in front of people, which he did. I mean, Mueller covered up for a decade for Epstein, kidnapping kids, flying them on sex planes, some kids as young as 7 years old, reportedly, with big perverts raping them to frame people. I mean, Mueller is a monster, man.
So Alex Jones got banned.
No. Who knows if it... I've never met that guy, Mueller, so we'll probably never have any idea, right? But it's amazing how framed people can get to just buy into this pedogeddon, everybody's a paedophile rhetoric that they use to smear their political opponents. I mean, Alex Jones will go after paedophiles, but only of one particular political denomination. Kind of like Tommy Robinson's selective vision.
And censored by YouTube. YouTube said, "You will not post anything libelous, defamatory, harmful, threatening, harassing, abusive, invasive of another's privacy, hateful, racially or ethically objectionable, or otherwise illegal. Remember, you are our guest here. It's not censorship if you violate these rules and your post is deleted. All civilizations have rules, and if you violate them, you can expect to be ostracized by the tribe."
Sounds reasonable, doesn't it? Who's writing these pearls of wisdom?
Well, that's simply the draconian, totalitarian, communist hand of censorship masquerading as a terms of service. This is the tool they will use to censor us all one by one.
Everything they do to him now, they will do to us when they have removed every trace of him from the internet. It is
from the internet. Oh, his voice and his fat face.
Only a matter of time until it becomes commonplace to use these guidelines to shut down the enemies of progressivism. Anything we say will be used to shut us down in exactly the way it's happened to Alex Jones.
Oh, wait, sorry. I got a little confused there. That wasn't YouTube's terms of service. That was the terms of service of InfoWars.
Boom!
Proving their terms of service are all bullshit.
Ha! Seems like Alex Jones was perfectly happy to censor others. Apply the terms of service to others, but had a somewhat different opinion when it applied to him.
Yeah, because when he creates a platform with his servers, creates his rules and regulations, then he can stop anybody en masse coming to his website, his forums, and posting pro-left-wing material consistently on it. Now he's moaning that YouTube's doing that to him. Oh, he's a fat fucking funny get dude, man.
So, why was Alex Jones banned? Well, for me and my ever simplistic brain, Isn't it obvious? Look, YouTube is a known commodity. It's not a completely open platform and never has been. If you post porn here, you're gonna get banned. I know that's an incredible imposition on free.
He goes and makes some. You got all the details on your screen if you want to go and finish that off.
It's another one of these types of videos where I actually want to have a serious conversation about how a far-left political ideology is monopoly.
Mate, come on. If you want to have a serious political conversation, take those fucking things out your fucking ears. Come on, you fuck. What are you going to do when you're a big granda? You're fucking lugged, fucking carrying your shopping home with you.
Monopolise the primary social media platforms and are abusing their power over these to subvert real-world legislation and freedom of expression. And it all started with the erasure of one man.
Oh no, my channel got shut down 6 years ago. It started with me. I was the straw that broke the censorship camel's back thingy.
Alex Jones of InfoWars, in the space of 12 hours, had his accounts terminated and banned from some of the major social media platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Spotify and Apple. The fact these separate entities all did this in the space of 12 hours proves that there was collusion between...
Oh, yeah, the collusion, yeah, I'd agree. There was some sort of collusion between them, obviously. The fact that you, Tommy Robinson, the rest of the alt-right, who aren't alt-right now, do you ever notice when alt-right wasn't as cool as it used to be? There was then this wee sort of a subgroup who went over and went, no, we are the alt-right! It's the cow! It's the cow! Started becoming pure extremely, even more extremely... Oh, wow, these people are... Is it sophisticated, or is it like just dumbed down, easy to spot once you see the players?
...these companies to ban them from the platforms. This could most likely have been due to...
It's probably best sticking with just the vocal, the audio over the screenshots and stuff, because when you do look at that guy's face, you're like, fucking, what the fuck, I can't just stop staring at his cum dumpsters. I mean, his ears. I'm not alt-right, I'm just a cum dumpster. Anyway, there's Count Spunkula shining Alex Jones's
So this guy says that he doesn't want to play with girls.
Now, this Romanian guy who has fucked off back to his own fucking country. He wants to fucking... This Romanian Jippo bastard hasn't fucked off back to his own country yet. Now, let's see if you can follow the... I know his voice is hard. You do want to punch him in the nose just for fucking having a stupid voice. I understand that. I know where you're coming from. But let's see if we can stick with it for a wee bit. And let's follow this guy's train of thought and see if he makes any logical argument.
And he appears on the BBC. Like people...
Oh, BBC bad. We all know the BBC, they're bad. Bad liberals. BBC are like CNN, just liberal, distinct liberals.
People out are outraged about this, you know, like...
That is not a real voice. I've fucking met Jippos before and none of them fucking talk like this cunt. Maybe when a Jippo fight, the other Jippo half cut out his tongue or something as part of like some mad Jippo fucking punishment. Maybe he was kicked out the Jippo tribe for speaking shite, and part of the punishment for getting kicked, speaking shite in the Jippo tribe is to get half your tongue cut out. I think that's what it is. Half your tongue cut out, cut in half, and those two halves of the half stuck up each nostril, and that's what make you sound like this.
Like, he's got human rights, freedom of association, mon dieu. Horrible. How dare he? How dare he? Freedom of association. I honestly don't understand, like, this constant war on human rights. Like, freedom of speech. Private company, my business. And then the same...
See if you can understand what this guy's saying.
So this guy says that he doesn't want to play with girls.
Get that, I get that. Guy doesn't want to play with girls, then you can read the... Get it.
And he appears on the BBC.
And he's on the BBC website, got it,
like,
got it.
People out are outraged about this.
People are outraged. Who's outraged? Are you outraged? Is it your Jippo clan? No, they still use pigeon mail and all that. I think the Jippos, they haven't they haven't got any technology yet. Who's outraged? Jippo. The Jippo.
You know, like, he's got human rights, freedom of association.
They're outraged. He's got human rights, freedom of association. That doesn't sound like the people who were outraged. That doesn't sound like what they would be saying. So why do you... Oh, I'm very confused.
Mon Dieu, horrible. How dare he, freedom of association.
Foreign muck language, I think this is some Jippo fucking English hybrid. You need to... Here, fucking Jippo, you need to assimilate. You should be speaking apples and pears, governors, apples and pears.
I honestly don't understand, like, this constant war on human rights, like that.
The BBC's reported on Ninja won't play with female gamers. Come on to fuck. While all the time, this is a guy who presents the BBC to you as nothing but nonsense.
Freedom of speech. Private...
What's this got to do with freedom of speech?
Company.
What the fuck has this got to do with freedom of speech?
My private company, my business. And then the...
My business. It sounds like your Jippo. That sounds like a Jippo pin panel.
Same people, when it's a streamer, what is the... Oh, my streamer, my private streamer, my business. Nothing, no...
Does this make any fucking sense to anybody?
Activists saying that, oh, he's a private streamer, he can do whatever he wants.
Activists? What the fuck has this story got to do with activists? What the fuck, Jippo?
He can do whatever... No, absolutely not. He doesn't do whatever he wants. He doesn't want to play with women. But yeah, so it's interesting. Apparently he doesn't want to play with women.
Apparently, this guy's head doesn't want to play with symmetry.
Let me show you the chap on the screen, right? This is...
Keep an eye on his head.
The gentleman, right? He's the gentleman, and he doesn't want no lady. He doesn't play with women because he's got a wife. He's married, got children, and he respects his wife. And I kind of understand.
His head doesn't want to play with symmetry because he came out his mom's fucking fanny squinty. She's a Jippo, so she was like fucking pulling the fucking cart. The horse was dead at the time, so the mom was pulling the cart when she was giving birth, as you do as a Jippo. And that's why you came out a wee bit fucking unsymmetrical in the head department.
Him in a way, right? Because I'm not a famous person by any means, but I am a person that got an audience, right? Like you know how people speculate. If you have a girl on, the moment there's like some remote flirting or you know some jokes or anything like that, you're going to have people interpreting it.
I don't think you could flirt with girls, mate. I'm just saying.
And spreading rumors, and you can have journalists, especially if you're like a famous person. You're going to have the journalist that is going to look at that, and it's like, oh, let's see how we can monetize jealousy today. Let us see.
Wow, right? Now, that's only 1 minute 39. Go and watch this on your entirety. He's trying to equate this thing to some sort of a freedom of speech, private companies. Nobody gives a fuck about that, mate. That guy's got the right to play. Oh, fucking hell. Stay away from computer games. Oh, God almighty. Anyway. So somehow, some way, he's incorporating that into the defence of Alex Jones. Because the defence says, look, they're not banning the Young Turks. That's because they're on the same side. Well, they're not banning the Young Turks. Well, see the same way that BitChute isn't going to ban Alex Jones, YouTube isn't going to ban the Young Turks. Anyway, just saying. Go and get his app. Stay up to date. Let's see, is the DDoS attack stopped? Nope. Not as of yet. So, let's get into the Brian Harvey stuff, man. This won't take long. Man, he's getting gaslit something fucking bad. by the looks of things, he's not got fucking any sensible person around him that give him any bit of counsel. And he's getting drove a bit. No, he isn't getting drove to do that, like, but anyway. Fucking hell, man. Some of this shit's messed up. But hey-ho.
I didn't bother put it out, and I think it makes sense that I put it out now, because I've come a long way since where I was at there. I mean, my mum was coming round and she was dropping, you know, she was having to bring food round for me and stuff. I had the front door barricaded. People that I knew was knocking on the door and I wouldn't open the door. I was literally locked off in my old bedroom upstairs, where the room that I grew up in when my nan and granddad lived there and that. I was barricaded in the room. I was even going to fake my own death. That's how bad it got. I was going to fake my own death. I even took a picture of myself hanging out the loft, and all you could see was my legs hanging out and a pair of socks with cannabis leaves on them. That's how bad it got.
Crazy ass shit. Now, if anybody was close to him and giving him good counsel, they'll go, right, see this thing, me and Puddock? Your defence is he said that he'd been sectioned. And then, in the same breath, 2 seconds later, you're going on YouTube and talking about faking your death with ganja socks, barricading yourself in, so on and so forth. Isn't really the most smartest thing to do. Reliving all, and I'm not saying this to shut him up and keep his evidence fucking away from the public, but see, washing your dirty linen on the fucking public forum of YouTube, it's never a good idea. Sprinkle on top of that somebody who could possibly still be a wee bit mentally fragile. Sprinkle on top of that legal proceedings. That fucking Miscommunications Act Puddock thing. And if you ultimately wanted to pursue it, the stuff you were talking about with regards to Murdoch and the phone hacking stuff. So, I mean, you've seen his missus floating about and all that in the background and shit. Surely you've got to sort of have some fucking friends and family that fucking have got a few feet, a few toes on terra firma. And listen to them, mate. Listen to your real friends and family if you've got any left. I don't know the ins and outs. I know you'll think they just don't understand, but in the long term, I think you'll come round to the understanding that they were just trying to advise you to the best of their abilities. Might not be perfect, but you'll find that their counsel will be a lot better than any form of direction you can get from fucking YouTube and well-meaning people from the truther community, the conspiracy community, coming to save you, because their fucking hearts fucking pumping piss for you, man. And in the meantime, everybody's analysing this. Look at the crinkle on your hat. Look at his beard here and there. Look at his number and what t-shirts he wear. Look in that mirror. Look what's behind the mirror. And fucking doing a conspiracy number on you, mate. And seeing Conspiracy World, they can make anything look like anything to suit anything of anything at any time. David Icke has completely turned people into fucking... They cannot believe anything. And every motherfucking thing's a fucking lie. We'll go into that in a bit. So, right, that's how bad he got. 10-10. Numerology.
Now, there's getting in the way. You know, like, Eddie is okay, and Red Pill Phil. Regardless of what, you know, some of these people, and it's the majority of people saying wicked interviews, you know what I mean? But there's some people out there, and they're more than likely trolls, but they're having a pop and that.
Yeah, they were wicked interviews, mate, and you're going to get your ego stroked so beautifully with that you're probably want to go and do more stuff with them. Gravitate towards more of their stuff. Oh, here, hold on, I'll watch a wee bit of their channel. Before you know it, you'll be at the next fucking Tommy Robinson fucking freedom a speech rally. You're getting appropriated, mate, by the fucking truther industrial complex that you're pointing at 1 second, and then I don't know. That's what I humbly believe. Red Pill Phil, I know I've watched a wee bit of his stuff. The other dude, I have no idea, to be honest. I wouldn't even be able to say I've seen one of his videos. But Red Pill Phil, the clue's in the fucking name. It's already wearing his football strip in his name. Right, but let's take his name away, which is just a quirk, a fate. His content, stuff he puts out, it's all pro Tommy Robinson, fucking Brexit, UKIP shite. And they dress it up in, oh, Bigfoot, aliens, and fucking JFK. Fucking indoctrinate people.
And it's like, look, we ain't going to get anywhere if we keep having a go at the people that are helping get the truth out. And they have helped me, you know, regardless of...
You need to help yourself, mate, to be perfectly honest, though. You're going to end up... Anyway, I don't know. Who the fuck am I? Talking shite. I genuinely don't want anybody ever to listen to my shit and get directed ever again. I do not want to contribute to other people's madness anymore. No, I do not want to contribute to anybody's madness.
Victims that are getting locked up. None of these perpetrators are getting locked up. And, you know, on a real one, like Eddie wants to help people like that. He would go up and down the country and go and do interviews and go to places, as, you know, Phil does. And they shouldn't have to pay for it out of their own pocket. They shouldn't. You know what I mean? You know, there's plenty of sponges out there, man. But believe me, man, like, from what I've seen, I don't believe them guys are sponges, man. I've seen Eddie going around with an iPhone 6 and the battery, like, I can't talk to him for longer than 5 minutes because the battery's dead on it. I've even bought him a replacement battery, you know what I mean, to put in his phone. We got to get the thing put in yet because the fucking batteries in them are glued in and that. So we're going to have a go at swapping the battery over so that at least he can make videos from where he is on his phone there clean. And, you know, he's not got to sit there with an old PC on the edge of the bed all lent up and all that, man, the poor sod. He is trying, listen.
He's fucking grafting you, good gin, Brian. Aye, well, poor sod, man, he needs a new PC and a new phone and he needs the fucking, because if he can't stream live with a fucking good phone, you know the world's going to end.
I believe they're genuine people, yeah? You're always going to get haters.
Brian, I get some magic beans. Honestly, they're fucking beautiful. Just need a couple of £1,000. The magic beans will work.
Out there and that, but them two people have helped me quite a lot, I think, with the interviews that they've done. And I think the best part of what they've done is they've had a calming influence on me. Whereas, you know what I'm...
Right, this is when you need to, like, stand back, mate, and this is why people in scenarios can never see these things, because they can never disattach themselves to stand back to see the bigger picture. And this is just my opinion. Those two interviews, mate. Hold on, let's see. Is there even a wee sort of an experiment I can do here to try and show my point? Probably not, but let's see. Has he got those interviews on his channel? I don't know the time frame. Shit. Anyway, let me see if we look. What I'm trying to do... There's no real pattern. I was going to say compare his old views to his new. Well, look at this, right? There's a series of videos only getting a couple hundred views, 1,000. That's 9 months ago. A year ago, 80k, right? Long story short, the point I was trying to, I was hoping to show there. There's more stuff going up 9 minutes ago.
Hey there, folks. This is an interesting conversation between two police officers during Brian Harvey's arrest. The same arrest where they seized his computers and all that.
Interesting.
I've cleaned the audio in my music studio best I could to try and isolate what is actually being said. Yeah, it's quite interesting. It's brought to my attention a lady in one of the Facebook groups posted that she could hear this whispering between the officers, and it ends
going to be
with one
white noise
saying shh to the other one, which I find extremely interesting. So anyway, without further ado, I'll just play it back for you guys, and you can make your own mind up.
If it's on YouTube, then it's already uploaded, and I can't tell whether it's been uploaded. If it's too, we've got to seize it. Early 30s. If it's too, we've got to seize it. Early 30s. If it's too, we've got to seize it. Early 30s.
Boom-proof evidence. I now know who killed JFK and who's behind 9/11. Easy peasy. Right, now that's another kind of example of how that's... Oh God. I'm not against anybody here, right? But I'm saying I can't hear fuck all in that. See, if you sit and listen to it long enough, you'll hear Jesus in that telling you fucking your toast is burning. Right? You will find Jesus in toast if you sit there with a fucking sceptical mind long enough, you start hearing shit. See, listen to that objectively, you can't hear fuck all. I can't even hear the conversation that they're fucking subtitling down the bottom. That will be boom-proof evidence for some people. But anyway, I digress. So, what was talking about with what Brian is saying here, with Red Pill Phil and that other geezer have fucking helped him and stuff. But mate, what they've done is they've just took this big massive fucking light, let's see, it's a fucking light with gas, and they've shined it on you, and they've brought you to the attention of every fucking crackpot, pardon me, out there on the internet. Every good well-meaning person, but every fucking crackpot as well. And what's going to happen now is you're coming conspiracy fodder. And when you become conspiracy fodder, there's going to be the pro-you, the anti-you, the conspiracy behind the conspiracy behind the conspiracy you. It's just going to be one big head fuck for you, mate. And by watching your clips, I don't think you're 100%. You're still a bit mentally vulnerable, and I'm not meaning that to be fucking descending or anything. I'm actually saying it as a genuine observation. And going through the ringer or the conspiracy fucking community right now isn't a good thing for you for many reasons. You're mentally vulnerable, right? So you're going to get wound up and fucking led down. Oh God, you can see it. It's winding you up. You're going to get legal stuff to be getting on with. Conducting your fucking private business and legal business and on YouTube is never a good idea if you want a positive outcome. It's never a good idea. Never. Lawyers don't like it. Sheriffs don't like it. Judges don't like it. Magistrates don't like it. Not one. Police don't like it. No fucker in that whole process likes it. You engaging with that, bouncing up with cameras and fucking people's faces and all that kind of shit, is provoking them into treating you like an asshole, and it's only going to be at your own expense. Anyway, I digress. So that was the first one. Hold on, was there anything? Shit. There was more I wanted to go into earlier, man, I'm sure.
All that, man, of course. He is trying. Listen, I believe they're genuine people. Yeah, you're always going to get haters out there and that, but them two people have helped me quite a lot, I think, with the interviews that they've done, and I think the clip of what.
Now, this is very telling as well, right? And listen, this isn't this. I'm not calling Brian Harvey a liar for 1 second, right? Not at all. See, sometimes you're not even honest with yourself, you know? It's kind of like... Sometimes you can't even admit to yourself... What am I kind of saying here? Even when you're telling the truth, you can leave certain things out. But I think that's what I'm trying to say. You can be selective about the bits of information you offer up. Now, I'm going to play 2 accounts of the same thing.
You Ash said, I think they're trying to get you to commit suicide because it's easier that way. You know? And I think when I met Bill Maloney, I think I've come along at a time when they was running some sort of an operation, and I think I've fucked that operation for them. And I think it was to gain the public trust that they're there to help whistleblowers. But all I'm seeing online is a load of comments from people. There's a guy up who's talking to my sister, and but it looks like he knows Bill from back in the care home days. So I'm interested to see what he's going to say about him. Good on you, mate. I have seen your comments on there. Good on you, man. Fucking good on you. Do it. If you've got something, put it up. Do it. You know, and the way that these people have just run away and not said nothing, you know what I mean? Silence is speaking volumes. But like I say, I can only tell the truth and back it up with what evidence that I've got, and I've got a lot of evidence, and I think you can see that I'm being persecuted for it. It's ridiculous the way the mainstream media are treating me. They're still playing that, you know, his mad agenda. I was looking at telling me about the death threat. So what the fuck are you talking about, Mal? The Mal online. E17 star Brian Harvey received a serious death threat after posting video that shows police arriving at his front door. The police arrived at my front door to give me the death threat, you fucking idiots. Who is this? By Alex Green. Alex Green, right? I'm coming for you, mate. Yeah? Because you're not just going to write shit and get away with it. Alex Green for the Mail Online. Right? Expect me, mate. Because that is just fucking... I ain't going to get pissed off about it. Fuck him. But I will. Ian Puddick, you know, like, just spoken to a judge, Ari Janner case. I mean, what you doing talking to judges to do with the Greville Janner case? You know, when I see tweets like all senior cops went out of their way to help me, you know, what's that all about? Because he does play it like, oh, I'm just a plumber with a transit van, and it's not that simple, mate, and you know it. So clearly there's something going on now, and the only way to get everything out in the open is to go to court and tell the truth, you know? So, alright, I'm going to leave it at that now. I've said enough.
Shit, I get lost here, sorry. 17:10. Oh, man. Can't even follow my own fucking notes here.
That did happen. And the guy that I left here in my house, I said, don't leave my house while I'm gone, please. He went, no, cool, I won't. Come back. And on the fireplace and on the wall and that, I don't know whether he was doing it on purpose to freak me out, but my house had been turned upside down. That did happen. And the guy that I left here in my house, I said, don't leave my house while I'm gone, please. He went, no, cool, I won't. Come back, and he gave me the excuse that I had to go somewhere, and I just thought, oh, fuck me, man. So someone had been in my house, and then the strange activity next door and all that, man. I don't give a fuck, man. I know what me and Joanne heard one night. There was a
right, so he's talking about his house being turned upside down. This is back in 2015, the same event.
Thunder, so he told me, but he's not. He's much more than that. I think he's Secret Services or MI5. Now, when Bill took me to go and film this Fernbridge Witness, when I got home 2 days later, my house had been turned upside down. My friend's Quran had been shredded. I haven't got a shredder. And the house was made to look as though I had puppies at the time. My dogs had puppies. And it was made to look as though the puppies had got out and trashed the place. They hadn't. They made it look like that.
So you turned up, you had puppies, the place looked like it'd been trashed with puppies, but it wasn't puppies, it was people installing bugs in your house. In this account in 2018, he leaves out the fact that they trashed his house, but they made it look like the puppies that he had trashed his house. But
in my floorboard in the passage, there was supposed to be no one in that house next door, right? Because my neighbour moved all of a sudden, and we put one of my studio microphones under the floorboard, right? About 4:30, 4:45, 5 o'clock-ish in the morning, and me and Joanne sat on the floor over there, both with headphones on, and turned the preamp up on this thing called an Avalon, which is a mic preamp, studio mic, so it's sensitive. And, you know, I'll get her to confirm it when she comes back. She'll sit next to me and say what she heard. And we heard people in there.
Your neighbours, siblings, family members knew there was an empty house, had a party. There's 1,000,001 explanations. Rather than that shit. And put it into the time frame of the 2015. I mean, I don't think he's reached the stage yet where he can look back and go, I was acting crazy, you know? I was fucking under severe fucking mental stress and anguish. And I was in the fight or flight mode and I wasn't fucking thinking straight. And he's putting himself into the gladiatorial arena of the YouTube conspiracy world. And I don't think it's going to be healthy for him at all. Just my fucking crazy fucking opinion.
And there was people watching me from across the road. So we know what we saw and we know what we heard. And this was all part and parcel of trying to tip me over the... good morning to you all. And once again, listen, thank you, all of you, for your support. Like, it's been amazing. You know, it's really helped me a lot. Like inside as a person and feeling confident to sort of just carry on and just do it, you know. I'm really so glad, you know. It's worth more than any money for people to just see me and know that what I'm saying is the truth and that you get it and you know that I'm telling the truth, and there's even people working it all out and putting it, you know, like where I've gone a little bit all over the place because it's so hard with so much information, and people have slowly got the story now, and other people are doing their own digging and that, and that's just fantastic. That is worth more than money, man. You know, no amount of money in the world can compare to that. Because I've got to live in this place, you know what I mean? I've got to live as a person. I ain't always going to be locked off like this, believe me. But I've got to live amongst the people, and I'd rather the people know what I'm about than have millions and millions of pounds and be driving about in a Ferrari thinking I'm better than everyone, you know?
Hard choice.
You know what I mean? Because I'm not. I'm just like you. And hopefully one day I can put all this shit behind me and... with unnecessary people, because this guy is an unnecessary diversion. My real aim is to get Murdoch into the court.
And that's what people will be keeping. If you have genuine shit that would like fucking look bad upon Murdoch in court, then he will be doing his level best to gaslight you. Fuck's sake, mate. I'm trying to think, like, the biggest supporter in the mainstream press of UKIP in this country was the Express, Richard Desmond. The Express, by all accounts, tried to set you up with the Andrew Ash story and fucking Bill Maloney. And you're now, in my opinion, getting gaslit and trying to get appropriated into the circle of UKIP supporting truthers online. And that's the pattern I'm seeing here, man. I don't know, what do you say? What do you say? Like, fucking make a plan of action, mate, stick to it, and don't live out your fucking drama on the YouTubes when you're in a fragile mental condition, because it will consume you, I personally think. But good fucking luck, and take that down, man. Your enemies will only use it to destroy you, poke you with a stick. And Ian Puddock can use it in a court of law as well. To say, well, look, this is the reason why I fucking wrote a tweet saying Brian Harvey's been sectioned. He was behaving like this, X, Y, and Z. So, I don't know. But who am I? Right, now let's have a wee look at this one.
Hang on a moment. Orientation is lock, rotate, divide. Well, cheers, mate. But look, right? We got these people now, right, online that are analysing all my videos and look, just listen to this, yeah? Listen to this. Let me turn this round a bit. Right, look, have a listen to this. Have a listen to this. Get this show on the road.
Some more oddities. Let's say, concerning numbers, uniforms.
Right, and now this is just the echo chamber of people's madness, right? So, I don't. How do you explain what I feel of this? The guy's clip that he's going through here, coincidentally enough, is one of the victims of the tick that I've been talking about. This fucking RR dude, right? Who's now feeling so under threat, he's making videos of the blade. You Brian Harvey fanboys and girls, you should be afraid of me. I've got a blade. Anyway, this is...
Right. I'll try and make this brief because it doesn't need to be any longer than 5 minutes.
And this is a guy that films helicopters and planes flying overhead and thinks they're out there to get him.
Something I noticed earlier.
And I don't think any of these people are shells or anything. I think Brian Harvey, I think he's legit in the stuff that he's presenting. This guy, I think he's fucking tuned to the moon, but he believes he's fucking on. He believes he's cracked the fucking Da Vinci Code or some shit. The bird code, the spud code, the fuck this code, that code, fuck knows. This is when you know they're very culty. This was a lesson I learned by people coming into my life and them listening to what I do on YouTube for the first time or the first few times, and they're just come away like, what the fuck are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about. What do you mean? Everything's in codes. It's like conspiracy language, or the truth or industrial complex language is different from other languages. You need to know the lingo, and what the 1984 means, and what the fucking Huxley means, and what your false flag, with your Gulf of Tonkin, with your 9/11, oh, your chemtrails. You need to know this language. It's a different language. It's cult-like. Remember, you used to get on your TV, on the television, you used to have your cult shows. It was like a cult comedy show and stuff. What do you mean? It's man, why is it cult? Why does it mean? Why are they calling it like the cult comedy show, Shooting Stars? And it's like, well, it's like it's a relatively small fan base, but the people that are into it are really appreciate it and love it, and they get so much into the culture of that particular show, so they start speaking different languages and stuff. It's the exact same with the Truth or Industrial Complex. This guy's a victim.
On. In one of the clips I actually sampled from one of his videos that I put the other day. On there, and that I showed you, the dodgy lapel number down with them numbers. Watch him.
This, yeah. I remember I'm a forensic expert here. I've watched CSI Glasgow 7 times, which makes me an expert. And I watched a YouTube video titled How to Forensically Analyse YouTube Videos. And I watched at least 8 minutes of it before I got bored. I'm an expert. MD239.
Right, do you see that there?
You see that there?
239.
Yeah, you see it?
Keep watching.
Keep watching, yeah, it disappears, yeah. MD. Hold on, I'm going to write that down, MD239.
Still says MD, yeah?
Yeah, got it, yeah. Conspiracy, yeah? Oh, what's happened there then?
Doesn't it? Yeah, it's supposed to be the same person, right?
It looks like an X at the moment, yeah? Yeah? Oh my god, it's a shape-shifting ancient alien.
Same voice, same person, same woman. Yeah, keep watching.
Yeah?
Keep watching.
Yeah? Keep watching, yeah? Meaning alive coming, yeah? Meaning alive, yeah?
That looked like an M.
Does that look like an M? Oh, come on! Meaning alive!
Right, carry on.
Carry on. Carry on.
The jackpot, yeah.
The jackpot, the money shot. Mate, you should stick to porn. Money shots are way better.
You ready?
You ready?
Boom.
Boom.
What?
Oh, right.
What on earth has gone on there?
Oh, wow. I need to pick my jaw up off the ground that this guy's pea head cannot explain what's happened. MD, yeah? MD, yeah? MD. Then it turned into an X. X. Not in focus X, but an X. And now it looks like... I don't know what it looks like! Well, to me it looks like the M's went from there to there. Which could have happened by a variety of very explainable, unilluminati, fucking shape-shifting reptoid ways. But anyway, it's just the madness, feeding the madness. Let's have a look at his sword. Don't fuck with this crazy guy. The birdmen are coming to get him and he owns swords. Don't fuck with him.
He's got his court case to concentrate on. One thing at a time is the best thing for him at the moment. And I know a few people are trying to get him to go into a few other different tangents like MK Ultra, drones.
Yeah, we need a Brian Harvey to tell us all, treat us about MK Ultra, Brian.
Chemtrails, that kind of.
Chemtrails, we need you to get any chemtrails, Brian.
It's all bollocks. He just needs to concentrate on what he's got to do, and I'm sure he'll be successful. There's a guy on YouTube called RR Planet, I think is something. He seems like a bit of a paranoid android, thinks the clouds are following him, that sort of thing. And he's...
Oh, come on, mates. No, the cars follow him as well. It's the planes and the helicopters.
Generally a bit rude in his comments from what I've seen.
So, he's rude.
To wrap it up, be nice to each other is my main message, really. Thanks for watching. Thanks for everyone that subscribed. And
Kumbaya. And then he goes on to prove the chemtrail conspiracy by filming chemtrails.
Getting desperate, are we, Brian? SCL, getting desperate. I can't put a video, right, with a song without any vocals on it. Yeah, just knees up Mother Brown, just the music without the vocals.
Mate, if your video's getting mass flagged because fucking Brian Harvey's and this guy's giving you the arsehole, then appeal it and you'll win the appeal. But because you're in such a paranoid fucking android state of fucking, your head is in such a mushed state, you can't deal with these things properly. You can't read the whole fucking text and fucking try and assess what's happened to you. Right, if you haven't broke any community guidelines and there isn't any copyright strikes on it, appeal it and you will win. If it's been mass flagged by, let's say, Brian Harvey's fucking fan club. But you just go down this paranoid... Anyway, and it's not just him, it's lots of people that are the victims of the tick as well.
Okay. Search for... Yeah, security, policeman.
So now you've got fucking Brian Harvey spending hours each day fucking watching videos and comparing lapels, and that other cunt spending each day hours of videos comparing lapels. If the Illuminati's job is to brainwash people and make them useless human beings, job's a good tune, innit? Job's a good tune. Anyway, I digress. So again, this is Brian Harvey believed that John Wedger's trying to... These crazy nut bars from the conspiracy world are nothing but crazy nut... are something more than crazy nut bars. They're actually people sent by John Wedger. So now on Brian Harvey's shit, he's been gaslit by the fucking conspiracy community. Now that he's going to... This is going to be another layer onto Brian Harvey's story, which just sounds batshit crazy and he can't really prove. But he's now going to say that John Wedger has sent all these trolls round to get him. When, if you know who that guy is, and you're just aware of the conspiracy world, likelihood is these are just bog standard conspiracy nut bars, like we all are. Anyway, I digress.
Put myself up as some kind of fucking, alternative media fucking...
There's 15 minutes of Brian Harvey's life he'll never get back, trying to sit and analyse some crazy guy's analysis.
Second-rate guru, innit, John? Yeah, I don't understand, like, what this guy's fucking analysis means. What does it mean?
Nothing, mate. It's just the ramblings of a conspiracy nut.
If this was all acting and the police are turning up and they don't arrest me, what is it? What am I supposed to be showing here? That I'm powerful and the police can't arrest me? They don't want to arrest me because they don't want to have to deal with that bit of evidence that I've got. Right? That's what the truth is. And the guy that's in the background you can hear talking, that's Ian Cutler, who used to work for Rupert Murdoch at the News of the World through the 60s, 70s and early 80s. And he's there because he's done a book on Murdoch and he's trying to bring him to account. I teamed up with Ian because Ian's been quite open and honest with me and let me interview him. Again, I went to Ian Cutler And if you want confirmation of that, please get in contact with John Alford, London's Burning, John Alford, who I also went round to see, who showed me the picture of Conrad Brown the first time, because I'd never seen Conrad Brown's face before. And he showed me who Conrad Brown was. A couple of weeks later, I rung John and said, that guy Ian Cutler, who's booked...
Right, then again, whew, very hard to grasp onto the tangents of the tangents of the tangents. But what's funny there is, what does this all mean? He spent 16 minutes trying to analyse that guy's... Like, you know, 16 minutes of his life disputing the fact that this guy's calling him and all the fucking Scotland Yard people actors, and look at their lapel here, look at their radio here, look at their shoelaces here, look at their shoelaces there. Just asking fucking questions. Oh, God almighty. Anyway, so that's what's happening with Brian Harvey. He's getting gaslit by... well, it's like you just turn it into one big circus, and it comes, and it'll eventually, like, it'll consume itself. You know, it's just turn it into one big fucking if, but, maybe, ask questions about everything. And when you're in a heightened, if you're in the fight or flight mode, you're in a vulnerable mental state, your paranoia levels are a wee bit high, this shit can drive you fucking crazy. And you can, regardless of what evidence you really have got against anybody, if they manage to start getting you to see Jesus and toast, and you start seeing Jesus and toast everywhere, and you're walking around just going, there's Jesus, fucking Jesus, Jesus and toast, Jesus and my spag ball, Jesus and my cornflakes, then they've successfully gaslit you to the extent that nothing you say actually holds any weight anymore, because everything's diluted down with fucking Jesus and toast fucking everywhere. So that's the best way I can sort of try and break that shit down. But honestly, who the fuck am I? I mean that, I honestly... Right, here's one of the videos. Right, let me get the timestamps. 1:13:50 and 1:28:25. 1:13:50.
Doing a deal with Panorama for about 12 grand, and they're going to do a hatchet job on
5 o'clock, and welcome to a special edition of UK Column News. And well, I'm sure you can see I've been joined in the studio by Beechwood child abuse survivor Melanie Shaw.
Here's another poor soul. I have no idea fucking the true story of this all. I look at her and see a very fucking, again, another very mentally vulnerable individual who's been used by a lot of people who don't appear to be as mentally vulnerable, but a wee bit of Machiavellian fucking Bible bashing, fucking cold-hearted, fucking side-shed, ginger manipulating bastards. I'm referring to Brian Gerrish here. And this girl here was able to sit in front of a camera and coherently say sentences. She ain't able to do that anymore. She ain't able to even fucking plead in a courtroom.
And Melanie's arrived at the UK Column offices this afternoon, and she's kindly agreed to be interviewed in a short interview just to have a look at some of the facts surrounding what she has suffered really over the last few years, and how Melanie has been treated by the British state. So that's really the introduction. Melanie, thank you very much for coming to see us.
It's my pleasure, Brian.
What we're going to do is just, for people who don't know anything about you, we'll just give a little summary. And you're recently out of prison. You've been in prison in Sodexo HMP Peterborough twice, and you have had a particularly bad time in the prison, but you were released a few days ago after spending about 6 months in prison, much of the time spent in solitary confinement. Tell us how you ended up in prison this last time. Why were you put in prison?
It's all rather strange, to be honest, Brian. I rang the NHS up.
Well, start with what you were convicted with.
I had a cotton bud stuck in my ear, and
that's not your typical story of how you ended up in prison. I had a cotton bud stuck in my ear.
a paramedic came out.
Doesn't sound really plausible so far. I had a cotton bud stuck in my ear, and then I ended up in jail.
He offered me no treatment whatsoever, and I'm used to
pull the cotton bud out.
A good service from the NHS, to be fair, and
you'd pulled many cotton buds out of my ear.
I thought, to protect my own interests, I will film it.
Okay, let me see this checklist. Cotton bud stuck in ear? Check. Need help to unstick cotton bud in ear? Check. Got an ambulance guy to unstick the cotton bud in my ear? Check. Next thing, start filming this guy and accusing him of being an arsehole because he's not pulling out my cotton bud. Not a really good idea. But hey ho, the fact, this is very telling, the fact that she goes and grabs a camera and starts sticking a fucking camera in a fucking ambulance guy's face. You might know where I'm coming from with this. You'll see lots of Tommy Robinson fans and independent journalists and all that do the exact same thing, and they'll think their phone is some sort of a ray gun protection unit. And they'll go, they'll use it against cops. She's using it against ambulance people for whatever reason. And the honest people think it's some sort of a weapon.
And I went upstairs to get my camera. I locked my front door for 5 minutes.
Ding! Okay. So what you've got now is kidnap. Not a good idea, hen. Yeah, I wanted to film this guy saying he couldn't get the cotton bud out my ear, so I locked him in my house while I went up the stairs for 5 minutes. I can kind of now. If I was Brian Gerrish sitting there, what would you say?
And I said, I'll send this viral on the internet. You know, you can do open heart massage. Why can't you as a paramedic, why can't you remove a cotton bud from my ear? He asked me to unlock the door, and I unlocked the door.
Please stop holding me prisoner and asking me to pull a cotton bud out your fucking ear, crazy woman. Please. Why are you filming me, fucking...
I was then harassed non-stop for 7 days by the police.
Harassed non-stop for 7 days by the police? Or were they trying to interview you to fucking prosecute you for fucking kidnap? And you were still acting like a fucking crazy person that had been told by the internet that all the police were paedophile fucking Illuminatis.
This is Nottinghamshire Police.
Yeah, under Chris Eyre, the Chief Constable. I was harassed horrifically on a daily basis, arrested, had my back door smashed in, they tried to section me.
Not for 1 second do these people entertain the idea or even explore it, discuss it, that, hold on a sec, Hen, you ended up in jail because you had a cotton bud stuck in your fucking ear. That led to you to fucking kidnap, imprisonment. The ambulance guy probably fucking understood that you were fucking off your nut and didn't want to prosecute you, but you were being such an arsehole to the cops and uncooperative to the cops, trying to deal with this whole scenario, and it snowballed to now where you're fucking incoherent to even plead to the arson charges that you've now got. Wow, fucking we. What a sad story. And Brian Gerrish, the UK column, and unfortunately the well-meaning individuals that have been appropriated by these morons and who have added fuel to the fire of this fucking disaster. This poor lassie's life's fucked. All because of this wee ginger fucking Fandan and whoever fucking his paymasters are. They don't give a fuck about her. Disgusting, man.
I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense.
Right, so...
No, it doesn't make sense, Melanie. It doesn't.
You were put into HM Prison Peterborough, and then...
You're not going to explore anything of what she said there, Brian. Nothing at all. You're just going to... she got arrested because she got a cotton bud stuck in her fucking ear. Are you fucking crazy? Now, I remember back in the day watching this before the penny dropped. Oh, right, I was looking for... I'm sure this is back in 2015. And I remember listening, hearing it, and it's like, there's something no right about this. You know, what she was saying, I'm sitting going, no, hold on. If I'm sitting next to her and I'm trying to get a start to end story out of her, there's so many holes, gaps, unanswered questions. Like, hold on a sec, you say you locked the door to get your camera, so you imprisoned the guy. God knows what you were acting like. The guy could have been fucking frightened for his life.
A trial took place, and I think I'm correct in saying that as far as you knew with the trial, well, all you knew was there was a video link between you and the court.
There's not actually been a trial though, Brian. You see, I pled not guilty. I was under so much duress and I had a nervous breakdown. I'd rang the police, the Nottinghamshire Force. I'd asked for the Samaritans. They was making me feel suicidal. I ended up self-harming, which looks absolutely horrific. I'd never done that before.
Rock bottom mental breakdown. Now, anybody that does hit rock bottom in a mental breakdown, see if you're a Machiavellian fucking motherfucker that just wants to prey on fucking human beings to bend them to your will, like Brian Gerrish and the UK column and the entities behind them, they will prey on people like Melanie Shaw. To the extent that they'll fucking let her rot in fucking jail. And this is what, to a certain extent, they're doing to all the cult followers of the UK column, who still get this deep down belief that they're here to save you because they care about the UK.
Well, the first time I was in Sodexo, I'd never done that in my life. And it just got to the point, I think they just want to dispose of me and put me out of the way somewhere.
So did you actually appear in a court in person?
Well, I pleaded not guilty because I'd had a breakdown, and what was very strange was that I was expecting a trial on the 2nd and 3rd of July, but they said that I'd pled guilty.
So she's turned up and pled guilty, and she's been so tuned to the moon that she can't remember. Now she's coming out and going, I've not pled guilty. And they're like, well, you did. You were there. The fucking judge, every cunt was fucking there. Can't he just come out and go, I fucking made... Anyway, objectively think about what's happening to this poor soul here, and actually ask yourself, do you think Brian Gerrish is fucking helping her in the UK column, or hindering her? She's batshit crazy fucking back then, right? Well, very obviously very mentally vulnerable, and she's worse. She's worse now. Is the UK column and the conspiracy community been helping her or hindering her? I think hindering. Oh, look at this for numerology. 33.
That's a
it's
fly
a magic
with some
number.
pizzazz. Shady hook once?
Absolutely.
Got him?
That is one of the many very disturbing conspiracies that I do not believe. My heart breaks for people who've had their lives destroyed by him, and the parents not only have to deal with the horror of him saying what he said, but have to deal with being harassed.
Okay, that's not super duper cool of him. I'll admit that. But at least he's a staunch advocate of free speech, right?
Wrong, Cece. I'm having to defend my own free speech.
What? Hold the freaking phone, Kelly Jones. What are you talking about?
Alex says he's being censored and that he's about to have his channel taken down on YouTube, for example.
The big age of censorship's here.
All these Democratic Party groups and all these organizations coming after free speech trying to shut us down.
The censorship is unbelievable.
Then he holds a huge, like, week-long donation drive, gets tons of articles written about him, plays the victim, they're after me, they're after me. Meanwhile, in family court, he's filed repeatedly to block my free speech. He's filed to block my future free speech. So even the speculation of what I might talk about in the future, he's filed to silence me. His tagline is the First Amendment at its best. I mean, how does his audience not see the hypocrisy in that?
Well, Kelly, look.
Because they are in the cult. And there's the details on your screen if you want to go and watch that entire interview with Alex Jones's ex-wife. But don't worry, she's just part of the globalist plan. Yeah, she was boning Alex Jones for years and had these children for part of the globalist plan. Now she's just like that Juicy Lucy Brown. She was just a globalist all along. Not just an individual. Globalist. Mike Silvero, a 27 and a 34.
Incidents that the white farmers are getting killed, kill whitey in South Africa, and the same thing is going on here.
Camp. When they paid for that, it's about today.
The Iraq War, and I said, when they had the guy on who was Saddam's bomb maker, and they all disappear after the war starts, right? Well, what a fraud channel, just like CNN. They're all crap. You gotta do
Fox
your own
has gone
research,
downhill.
everybody, you know?
Fox has gone downhill. There's no question. They're being brought into the fold.
Mike, do you find it a coincidence that the white farmers are getting killed, kill whitey in South Africa, and the same thing is going on here, and in Europe, kill the white man? Like, I mean, there ain't no coincidence going on here.
No, it doesn't feel like it's a coincidence. You know, it feels like it's part of this whole New World Order thing that's going on.
Yeah, this white genocide that exists only in internet land that we're all talking about, kill Mr. Whitey. Let's bear in mind, I'd love to see the breakdown of these figures and stuff, right? I'm probably talking shite. But I'm pretty sure, like, your average white male, still pretty much the most powerful person